The New York Times just ran a story leading off with Lena Dunham that's very bad news for Hillary Clinton. Now that might seem odd if you followed the star of HBO's Girls. Did an interview with Hillary, a gushing interview in which she is so excited that Hillary could become the first female president of the United States. She's a big Hillary supporter. But according to the Times, which actually dug into what happened at an Upper East Side dinner party, which, as we know, is where all the action really takes place. According to the New York Times, at this dinner party with the chief executive of HBO, Lena Dunham, in a private conversation which she disputes or other people dispute, said that she is troubled by Hillary Clinton's role in combating the sex scandals that engulfed her husband in the 1990s and actually before. So if she can't count on the 100% support of Lena Dunham, that's a problem. Now, the whole premise of this story is that women, young women, maybe who didn't live through Jennifer Flowers and Paula Jones and Kathleen Willey and Monica Lewinsky and Juanita Broaddrick, are now troubled to hear what Bill Clinton went through. Some of this, of course, led to his impeachment, and are also disappointed in whatever Hillary's role may have been. Now, so the reason this is important actually circles back to Donald Trump. You will recall a few short weeks ago that Donald Trump, after being accused of being a sexist by Hillary Rodham Clinton, started talking very openly and very bluntly about Bill Clinton being an abuser of women and hearkening back to the sex scandals that once riveted the nation's attention. And some people in the news media said, oh, this is not fair game, and why is he bringing this up? And it doesn't have anything to do with her anyway, and besides, she was the victim of a philandering husband, and there was this sort of polite media debate about it. But now, it shows you how Trump manages to change and influence and alter the media dialogue, because here's the New York Times without a particular peg involving Donald Trump, digging into this and deciding that, yes, this is a legitimate issue, that some women may have a problem with Hillary's role. Another interesting point in this piece, it's not like the Times is the only news organization covering this story, is there's a quote from something that Hillary Clinton is alleged to have said when another woman that nobody remembers, Connie Hamzy, came forward with allegations of sexual harassment against Bill Clinton in 1991. Her story was pretty much largely discredited, but Hillary is quoted as saying, "We have to destroy her story." And who is the source of this quote from the former First Lady? It's George Stephanopoulos, writing in his own memoir about his time working in the Clinton White House. It also mentions that Hillary Clinton once referred to Monica Lewinsky as a narcissistic Looney Tune. I don't think that's fair because it was in a private conversation with a friend and only came out years later in an archive. It wasn't something she was saying publicly. But look, if the New York Times, which obviously is going to be more sympathetic to Hillary Clinton's candidacy than some other news outlets, is finding it fit to run a long piece about the 90s sex scandals and saying that this could hurt Hillary and using a feminist icon like Lena Dunham as the lead anecdote. What that tells you is this is not something that's going to be swept under the rug. It is not a non-factor. And however uncomfortable it may be for the media to talk about it, it is going to be an issue in this campaign. Hillary's got other problems right now. Bernie Sanders surging in New Hampshire, might win Iowa, more complications on classified information in her email mess. But she's also got this problem left over from the 1990s, even as she sends her husband out on the trail to campaign for her.